What does a former US president, a person who was once the second richest man in the world, a TV personality, property tycoon, and all-round business brand, Fortune 500 companies, Hollywood movie producers, Nobel Prize-winning economist, international best-selling authors, and a 9-time Olympic champion, to name a few amongst an ever-growing list, all have in common? What is it that they have noticed, realized, and appreciated as the wave of the future? They make for a handful of mentions from a star-studded list that have embraced, endorsed, and have an interest in the industry of today, the industry of the future, the industry that is direct selling. And millions upon millions of people are flocking to it. The question then remains, do you see what we see? My name is Kevin Abdulrahman. You know me already as the man inspiring millions. I'm the author of a series of winning books, creator of several training programs, and an international public speaker. I speak to people who come from a multitude of industries and have studied, spoken, and trained many teams in the direct selling industry. I must say that if you see what we see, you will realize an absolutely amazing opportunity. Congratulations, you've made a wise move in making the investment to get this program. In the time that we have together today, I will share with you some truths about the direct selling and network marketing industry to help you become more informed with the hope that you too can see what we see. Just a quick reference, I will be saying words such as direct selling industry, network marketing, multi-level marketing interchangeably. Please note that I'm speaking about the giant industry and the opportunity it presents as a whole. To many, the terms direct selling, network marketing, multi-level marketing, and any other variation on the name is a bit daunting. When I was first told about the direct selling industry and the opportunity it presented, I was taken back to some preconceived notions based on what I had heard in the past. Let me say that it was nothing really good. My immediate reaction was a negative one. But when I looked further into it, as to why it was negative, I realized it was based on stuff that I was told. I say stuff because that's what it was. Nothing based on proper facts. You see, most people have some sort of an opinion made or perception about the direct selling industry, which is based on something like the next door neighbor's granddad whose best friend bought into something, tried it for a day, did nothing with it, but was expecting something, and because that never happened, he ended up complaining that it didn't work. And being the kind person that he was, he went around and told everyone who cared to listen that he tried it and the industry doesn't work. It didn't work for him, it won't work for anyone else. That was it. Now it sounds silly, and it challenges one's basic common sense, but sometimes common sense is not so common. In this beautiful world that we live in, every Tom, Dick, and Harriet is trumpeting their opinion, even when they're not asked for one. It has become that anyone who's bored and equipped with only their personal experience, or even that of the cat 7 blocks down, likes to make some noise, a way to verify their presence. Rather than actually getting there and making something of their lives, they spend the best of their time giving their opinions. Sadly, it does affect those who don't know any better, giving them a negative perception. The truth is, in most cases, ignorance and decisions based on opinions with no substance are costing people a fortune in missed opportunity. Yes, undoubtedly, in the past, the industry was often misunderstood and talked down upon because of a few cowboys. They have projected a perception that the entire industry was bad. But you have cowboys in every industry. There's nothing special about it. As a smart individual who wants to do what other smart people are doing, tapping into smart money, you need to know the truth and make a decision based on the right information as an informed person. Then, along with the right company of your choice, you can get out there and benefit like those who are doing so right now as we speak. Keeping a closed mind will mean you're missing out on a trend that could potentially open the door to your dreams. Which is why I chose to put this program together, to help you make an informed decision. Whether you've just started on your journey of direct selling, have been in the industry half-heartedly until now, or are considering it at this point in time, I want to set the record straight and help make some basic yet crucial information available to you. As an informed and smart person, you can be the judge as to whether it makes sense to you or not. The choice on what you do is always yours. I know, having had thousands and thousands of people watch this program, many have said that they now realize how uninformed they were of the industry and the potential it held for them. Today, they see what smart people are seeing. Today, they see what we see. They see an incredible opportunity. They see a trend. They are now getting it and getting in. Here's what we already know about trends. Trends have made a lot of people a lot of money. From baby food, diapers, schools, hospitals, real estate, rest homes, anti-aging products, technology, and the like. When they were part of a trend, they made those who were in it a lot of money. So why the direct selling industry? Why now? Today, you have the convergence of technology and access of information. People realizing that the best form of advertising is through a trusted source. The desire from people who no longer believe in the security of a paycheck because it never really existed, but now it's just blatantly obvious. There are many who can't meet ends meet and need a way to supplement what they do. There are many who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. There are many who want a better future. There are many who are realizing that what they need to do is take control. And for the benefits that I will share with you later through this program, millions and millions of people are jumping into this industry to create for themselves a better tomorrow. If you're a person who's interested in creating your own financial destiny, then you must look out for trends. Smart money is made in trends. I'm not saying smart people make money, because there are a lot of smart people who are not financially independent, let alone wealthy. Some are smart, but not smart enough in the field of wealth creation and tapping into smart money. Smart people who tap into smart money are those who place their time and effort in trends. They get it and get in at the right time. The trends in business are like waves in the ocean. Some people are unaware and they miss the wave, hence they have to paddle to shore, exhausting themselves in the process. Smart people look to catch onto a wave, and with a bit of hard work, they're able to use the momentum of the wave to reach the shore in a much quicker and smarter way. Not mentioning the fun they have in the process. Amongst a circle of smart people who tap into smart money, the saying is, the trend is your friend. The opportunity that is provided with the direct selling industry is giving you the ability to tap into a multi-billion-dollar, going to $1 trillion industry. You're staring at a gigantic industry. This is a big pie by anyone's standard. In fact, the pie is so big here that you can forget about the saying, getting a slice of the pie. All you need to do is lick the knife that cuts the pie, and you'll make a fortune. How is that for tapping into a trend? Smart people who calculate and catch on to trends tend to be called the lucky ones. Luck, it may seem to many, but to those who are smart and astute, it's called timing. In anything with potential, timing is key. If you get the timing right and take action, you will be lucky. Knowing what you know today, if you could go back to when Google went public, when you could invest in the shares when it was selling for under $90, would you invest in it? Of course you would. If you could go back and be part of the Facebook phenomena before it became the giant that it is today, would you have approached the founder and said, hey, I want to help you grow this and be a shareholder in your company? Of course you would. But unfortunately, hindsight can only teach you lessons. It doesn't give you results. It can help you see how smart people got onto a trend and tapped into smart money. Smart people make smart moves. Smart money is made in trends. And I believe that you will soon realize that you're staring at one. You will see what we see. As I said initially, like many uninformed or even misinformed people, I had preconceived notions of what I thought the industry was about. But the truth is, I couldn't help but take interest to this industry because I noticed some big names were looking at it. I noticed that big brand companies and names such as Colgate Palmolive, Gillette, Avon, Coca-Cola, MCI, AT&T, Rexall, Verizon, and Sprint were involved in the direct selling industry. Warren Buffett, who at one point was the second richest man, purchased 3 network marketing companies. He felt that his investment in this industry, dollar for dollar, was the best investment he had ever made. Hey, we're not talking about a guy who's good. When it comes to making money, we're talking about a guy who was named Fortune magazine's greatest investor and was once voted to be the most powerful person in business. As an individual, if you're interested in money matters and sit down with Warren Buffett to chat, get investment advice, find out what he's looking into and why, over a lunch, will certainly make absolute sense. However, it could cost you in excess of $1 million, which I'm sure he'll donate to charity. But for that, you'll need to have a spare $1 million in your back pocket, and more importantly, you need to somehow manage to find the time to sit with him. If you don't, then the best way that winners know about creating success is to follow and do what other successful people are doing. And when it comes to looking at trends, you need to be looking for people who are on the money in terms of what they've achieved. Well, Warren Buffett certainly fits that bill. You don't just become the second richest man in the world by fluking it. You need to know what you're talking about. And in my eyes, I don't see anyone doing it better than Warren Buffett, at least, not yet. Warren Buffett is the kind of guy who is on the pulse. He knows and he sees trends. In fact, he is so well respected and influential. When he makes a move, it becomes obvious that he's either on a trend or has quite possibly just created one. Who am I to stand here and question it? When Warren Buffett looks at an industry and decides to invest money in it, I want to be a part of whatever Warren is investing in. If he and a star-studded list of informed individuals and companies are onto an industry, then only an ignorant person would question the validity of an industry that is already worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Oh, and did I mention a former US president endorsed the direct selling industry? Yeah, like Bill Clinton, who released a video where he endorses the industry. You can check it out on YouTube. Just type in Bill Clinton endorses direct selling. In the short video, he said things like, "I've followed your industry growth for years now. We need even more of the kind of opportunity direct selling represents. You help the economy grow. Your industry gives people the chance, after all, to make the most of their own lives." And what about the TV star, property tycoon, the brand and big business, the Donald? When asked why he endorses network marketing, Donald Trump's response was, "Network marketing has proven itself to be a viable and rewarding source of income." His co-author on the book, Why We Want You to Be Rich, a gentleman who's an international best-selling author of the #1 financial book series of all time, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which took the world by storm, Robert Kiyosaki, has also promoted the industry for many years. Amongst his many comments about the industry, some of them include him saying, "After opening my closed mind, I could finally see some of the unique benefits the network marketing industry offers people who want more out of their lives." He also said, "Network marketing is a way where people can achieve financial independence through a good network marketing company in this day and age." And the last that I will share with you, which is one I believe you actually need to take the time to think about it and reflect on. Robert Kiyosaki said, "The rich look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work." Interestingly enough, I'm reminded of a great quote by a gentleman whom I hugely respect and whose testimonial sits on the front cover of my first book, Winning the Game of Life. Dr. Dennis Waitley, a teacher from The Secret and the most listened to motivational speaker in history, author of many books, including the bestseller Psychology of Winning, he said, "If you're not networking, you soon might not be working." Isn't that interesting? Some food for thought. Tom Peters, a legendary management expert, says, "Direct selling is the first truly revolutionary shift in marketing. Jim Collins, author of the book Built to Last and Good to Great, he said, "This business offers the most systematic way